Welcome everybody to the November 18th City of Franklin Municipal Planning Commission meeting. Appreciate everybody being here. We will start with the minutes from the October meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We will move on to the citizen comments. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any comments you'd like to make to the commission tonight that are not non-agenda items, or items that are not on the agenda, I should say, please come forward and we'll listen to those. All right, seeing none, then we'll move on to the announcements. Catherine, any announcements?
That has no announcements.
All right. Then we'll move on. Do we have any non-agenda items that we're aware of? No? Okay. Then let's move to the consent agenda. We're going to handle this as an initial consent agenda and secondary. Roger, I'll let you take the secondary here in a minute. We'll start with just the consent. You've got in front of you the list of items that are on consent agenda. We have 3 that have been requested to be pulled. Items 10, 11, and 21. And get my bearings here. We would like to add item 41 as consent to be deferred to the next month's meeting. All right, is there anyone else or any audience members that want to pull an item, or staff or commission? Okay, seeing none, then let's, this motion will be just the consent, not those items that are listed as secondary consent. Mm-hmm. Let me speak those. The ones that will not be part of this consent vote would be items 10, 11, and 21. Item 9, that's already non-consent. Items 20, 31, 32, 36, 37, 38. We'll deal with those as a secondary vote. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right, is there a motion?
Move for approval as amended.
Second.
Okay, moved and second. Any discussion?
Oh, wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Number 38, would that have, that's going to be on consent.
That'll be on the secondary consent. Okay, any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, Roger, I'll let you take care of the secondary consent.
Then with the secondary consent items number 20, 31, 32, 36, 37, and then item 38 is a revised item, as revised. Those are the items on the secondary consent. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
All right. Thank you, Roger. So to clarify to those in the audience, we're going to be listening to items 9, 10, 11, 21, and 40 tonight. Okay. Is that clear as mud? Then let's move on to item number 9. Columbia Avenue Subdivision Site Plan, Lot 1, Dollar General, release a maintenance agreement for landscaping improvements.
Mr. Chairman, the original recommendation from staff when the package came out was to call the maintenance agreement for landscaping improvements. However, as of yesterday, the applicant has completed the punch list, the site's ready to go, and I'd like to change the recommendation to release the maintenance agreement.
Okay. All right. Is there anyone in the audience who wants to speak to this item? Anyone to represent the applicant? Okay. Seeing none, then is there a motion?
Move for approval. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Now that, who made the motion? Alma?
Alma.
Mm-hmm.
Was that with the revised recommendations?
From staff.
Okay. All right. Any other comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 10, Columbia Avenue Subdivision Site Plan, Lot 2, A+ Storage.
Okay, and when your packets came out, the recommendation on this was to extend the maintenance agreement The punch list is complete, and I'd like to change it to release the maintenance agreement.
Okay. Anyone in the audience wants to speak to this one? Any applicants? All right, seeing none, is there a motion?
Move for approval with staff's recommendation.
Second. Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 11, Cool Springs East Subdivision Site Plan, Section 32, Revision 1, Lot 350, CVS Pharmacy.
And again, when packets came out, the recommendation was to extend the maintenance agreement, and I'd like to change that to release the maintenance agreement.
Okay. Anyone in the audience want to talk to this item? An applicant? All right, is there a motion?
Move for approval, staff recommendations.
Second.
Okay, moved and multi-seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 20.
Multi-eyed, too, huh?
Multi-eyed. Item 21, McKay's Mill PUD subdivision site plan, section 18, Providence area.
And same thing, again, this was to extend the maintenance agreement. Punch list is complete, and I'd like to change the recommendation to release the maintenance agreement.
Okay. Anyone in the audience wants to speak to this? Any applicants? Okay. Then is there a motion?
Move for approval with staff recommendation.
Second.
You didn't get you to that, you make your comment.
No hesitation.
That's right.
All right. It's a proper motion and a proper second. Not plural. Is there any discussion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, and I think that moves us to item number 40. This would be ordinance 2010-78, to be entitled an ordinance to amend various chapters and sections of the City of Franklin zoning ordinance to clarify requirements and correct minor textual errors.
Staff recommends approval.
Okay? Anyone in the audience wants to speak to this item? Okay, seeing none. Is there an the applicant? Micah, you're the applicant. All right, then is there a motion? Second. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.